So we'll do one more with our big Bowdabra, and then we're going to switch over to our wreath. So our wreath is kind of something different. We've never done it before here on Bowdabra. We're actually going to be creating an all greenery wreath with different types of greenery. We have lamb's ear, Dusty Miller, you know, I don't know what else we got. I just threw it on my table, you guys. So we're going to actually create the bow for that wreath next, and that's going to be this 2.5-inch denim. And this looks like a bleached denim or a whitewash denim. It's really, really pretty. So we'll create just let's just do a funky bow. No long, well, we could do long tails. Let's do long tails. Everybody loves those long tails. Cut some length for tails. Doesn't have to be even. Place them into your Bowdabra. And then let's get up and close, Bella, so I can show exactly what I'm doing here. We're taking our ribbon, and I just smush it right down inside. But see how we have that little overhang there, you guys? That step is very, very important because it keeps everything in place, and it keeps it from, you know, pulling too hard and losing that loop. So, well, we're doing traditional. Should we do traditional or funky? Let's do funky. I want to do a funky. So I'll just cut that creased ribbon. So we'll do a funky one. And then we'll show a traditional using our mini Bowdabra after this. Create your loop. Place it inside your Bowdabra. Cut your second tail off. And just repeat. Hey, Brittany, nice to see you. I hope you had a great 4th of July. I know you were having some friends and family over, so I hope everybody made it safely and everything went great. So just repeating this process over and over and over and over again. But I don't want this bow to be super full because we're going to be working in some greenery, only greenery. So I figure 3 to 5 loops total is enough. So that question we got a couple minutes ago, does it matter if they're, you know, you have 4 loops on one side or 3 on the other, or do they have to be even? The answer is no, and this is going to be the perfect example. So that's 3 loops, right? That's 2, and that's 1. Are we only on our 3rd loop, you guys? What the heck? So let's do one more, and then we'll do our final loop on one side. That way we have 3 on one side and then 2 on the other, and it'll just show you that it's not going to matter. Wanting to win from Louisiana. Welcome, Karen. We love Louisiana. And hopefully we'll be back in New Orleans someday soon. So our final loop. So 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Now we can take our wire, pull it out. I love the cream ribbon. Me too, Tanya.
Are you using the same size on each side?
Nope, I'm just eyeballing it. Doesn't have to be the same. If anything, I encourage you guys to be slightly off with measurements because it just adds interest to it. It just creates a better visual.
Audrey loves the funky bow. Me
Thank
too,
you,
Audrey.
So this is a slightly different funky bow because this funky bow has long, long tails, which I really love doing a combination of what I say traditional and funky, where it's a funky top with the traditional tails down below. It's one of my favorite bows to create, and it's actually Dad's favorite bow. Dovetail, and Bella actually made her first bow in a pre-recorded tutorial a couple weeks ago. She did a great job.
I did. That was fun.
It was a fall wreath tutorial. And for those of you guys that don't know, Bella actually released and published a book the other day on Amazon. So, I'm incredibly proud. We're going to just dovetail the rest of these real quick. Hey, Diane, joined your Facebook club. I sincerely appreciate that you put a schedule ahead of time. No one does that. Yeah, Bowdabra's great with that, Tanya. Dovetail these. And that's it. I think that's it. But Dad's not down here to yell at me, so even if my dovetailing count is off, there's nothing he can say or do about it. All right. Coming back in with our wreath. So here we just have a standard 18-inch grapevine. And this one, let's do in the lower left today, Bella. What do you think?
I think so too. For everyone asking, it's a poetry book called Green Tea, Black Coffee out on Amazon.
Yeah, how cool is that, you guys? At 19, Bella published her first book. So we posted about that on my business page the other day, and everybody was so happy for her. You know, Nick's Seasonal Decor isn't just Nick's Seasonal Decor. It's a family affair. Everybody takes, place in it. So we're all very proud of Bella.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Oh, gosh, you guys. I missed a dovetail. Dad better not be watching this. All right. There we go. Now we can fluff everything out. Pull those loops apart. Pull those tails apart. give everything a good tug. As I said before, most important step with bow making is always going to be fluffing. So make sure you spend a few extra minutes. You know, we do as much fluffing here as possible on Bowdabra, but we do send Bowdabra the pictures of the finished bows in all their glory against my white background. So if you're ever looking for a picture of the bows that we make here, they always post them on their Facebook page, Instagram, you name it, you'll see our bows. Okay, that's it.
Way to go, Bella. Thank you, Linda. I own a coffee shop. I will check it out. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I would love to win. Can't wait for the Christmas ribbon for Bowdabra, right? I can't wait either. Bowdabra has been rocking it lately with all of their videos and all of their, you know, awesome things. So, I'm so excited. Bowdabra's definitely going to have some Christmas ribbon available to everybody this year. Fluff that out. See how pretty that bow is? Look at that.
Let's get a...
I haven't dovetailed the long tails, which we can do after we add some greenery. But now let's work in some of this. Here we have some of this blue foliage that we're going to start with. Isn't that pretty?
I like that a lot. That's a beautiful color.
Isn't that pretty? So all different foliages. Something totally different. I wanted to mix it up with you guys in Bowdabra tonight. So we have 2 of these. Might as well use both. Just snipping them off. These were $5.99 from Hobby Lobby. Snip this one off. Let's work these in. And if anything ever pulls off, you guys, you can just slip it right back on. Don't lose anything. Like that. We're going to just dip that in our glue skillet. And I'm going to place our first piece.
Sharon would like to know, is white the best color to take the wreath pictures on?
You know, white, black, the colors, it's not so much the color, it's the, well, I mean, certain colors. You're not going to want to do, you know, a pink wreath with a red background. You know, I like to choose neutrals or, you know, whites, grays, blacks, even greens would work. Just something that's solid and that's not taking too much attention away from the bow or, you know, the design. So if you're photographing your bows, I like my white background, but you could absolutely be doing a black background. You could be doing whatever color you want as long as it's not too busy. So that's probably the biggest tip I can give you, is making sure that the background is nice and somewhat clear, if that makes sense. So we're going to take another piece of this foliage, place it down below. What do you guys think of foliage wreaths? So they've been very popular and trendy for the last several years. For good reason. I think they're beautiful when it's nothing but foliage. But I would love to hear your feedback on it. Eunice would love to win. Yeah, drop those comments down below, you guys. I mean, we have about 10 minutes left, so make sure that, you know, if you would like to win, let us know that you would like to win. So here, 3 leaves came off the bottom. Look what I'm doing with these.
Yeah, there is glue in the pot here. This is called a glue skillet.
Yes, it is a glue skillet. Yep. Dip these in. Place that leaf there. See how that just kind of finished off the middle portion of the bow nicely? Now we'll take some of this foliage and actually work it towards the outside. A few more pieces.
Debbie loves the colors.
I do too.
Matches your shirt next, someone said. I read that. That's
Matches
funny.
my shirt. I should have added some pink flowers to it. Then it would really match my shirt.
Have you ever had a wreath that is sprayed red to bleed?
Red to bleed. So no, I've never had a wreath bleed on me. Colors or my walls or my door. You know, biggest tip I can give you is just be careful, you know, with choosing brands of paint. Best paint I've worked with is Krylon Fusion or Rust-Oleum. Those paints have never given me an issue, and they're paints that, you know, I stand behind and I trust. But just be careful and make sure that the paint is completely dry before working with it. If you guys follow me on Nick's Seasonal Decor, you have seen time and time again me impatient to go live with you guys and me using, you know, grapevines that aren't completely dry. I can make do with it, but, you know, I don't send them out to my customers until they're completely dry. So if you can hold off on working with it for 24 hours or so, that's probably the best effect you can get. Oh, thank you all for the kind words. Oh, I'd love to win. Awesome, Sylvia. So we got a couple things left. We can work in this Dusty Miller, or we can work in this Dusty Miller. Which one do you like better, Belle? This one or the finer foliage?
I like that one.
You like this one
Yeah.
better? All right, let's work in this, you guys. Hey, Pam.
What is the name of that greenery?
This greenery right here is a Dusty Miller. And we actually have these growing out in my yard. They're actually one of my very favorite plants. And here in Massachusetts, Zone 6, they're actually, you know, annuals. But if you plant them earlier enough, and if you have a mild winter, they come back, which is really nice. And they're great to use in fresh floral arrangements. Everybody wants them for weddings. So definitely plant some. You know, of course, these are artificial, but the fresh form looks pretty much identical. All right, that's a few pieces there. Let's place another piece up top. I'll just snip off this end, that way it's not nearly as long. Place this piece up here. You can just bend it to shape. One leaf fell off, no big deal. We'll place it on this side. And then I have one more leaf right here that'll place on the outside, right about there. So again, now what I can do is just dovetail those or actually what we can do too is we can curl them up. So maybe we'll just curl them up after the video. And I'll show you guys what that looks like curled up.
The variegated greenery name?
You know, it's probably just listed as a variegated foliage. It doesn't have a name on the tag, unfortunately. You know, who knows? Sometimes these companies create the craziest names, right, Belle?
I know.
You know, you've seen some of the names. Something could be a sunflower and they'll list it as, like, I don't know, a peony or a daisy or something. So you never absolutely, truly 100% know. So these tails, I'm just breaking them down a little bit shorter in between. That way we have some